We're here! We clashed yesterday. It wasn't very fun. It was a thing. It was a race. And it happened. We're here after the clash. This is our clash recap. We have some other news that we got to talk about. Definitely unexpected that came out today. We have our usual crew here, but JB is with us today. JB, we've wanted you on the pod for a long time. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good. I'm so much better now that I'm seeing you. You're a little boy toy.
Oh my God!
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. I didn't say I could share.
Hey, listen, JB and I are good friends, so you might not know what goes on between us.
You can watch. That's about all you're going to get.
Whoa, come on now.
You don't know doesn't hurt you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
anyway,
as long as I get to watch.
We had the clash yesterday. We have noted fan of the LA Coliseum, Sal, in here. So, Sal, give us your thoughts on the clash.
That was definitely a clash. That was a motorsport event that happened yesterday. That's
maybe one of the events that happened yesterday.
It was definitely interesting. The heat races were way better than last year. Main event, first half was good. Second
went down the drain pretty quick.
Yeah.
I think the heat race was actually better than the main event.
Oh, yeah, it might have been. Yeah.
And it's just because it's less cars.
They had a chance to spread out a little bit. And
yeah.
You did have some concentrated battles where people were just slamming each other, like the Harvick, Chase, Stenhouse, Cindric area in Heat 2, which was a lot of fun. But, yeah, it just seemed like in the main event when there were so many cars packed up, it just seemed like we had a lot of pinballing and just short tempers, and it just seemed like people were going to run other people over. But from what I saw, that was really the only way you could have passed somebody out there. So I'm not really sure what else anybody could have done. That's kind of the environment that they were looking for, I guess, because there's no real other way to pass somebody cleanly. I mean, I think Priest got Bubba on the outside on one of the restarts, which I thought was an impressive move, one of the more impressive.
Priest got a few on the high line, to be honest. I think he got Bowman too. So
he had really good drive off there towards the end, and unfortunately, he had an incident. Really, unfortunately for me personally, because I picked him last week, so that means I lost. But it was a race. I think we all agree on that. There are conversations about it potentially being a point race next year. I think everybody in here agrees that it should absolutely not be one.
No. I mean, the only way where I could even see them considering about it being a points race is you would first
if they race outside of it, not inside.
Maybe
race the streets of LA.
Yeah,
they would definitely
have to run over some hobos, but
yeah, they would definitely have to limit the amount of drivers that are in the field because with that size, So I don't think you can make it a points race because with that size of a field in that short of a track.
Yeah.
Like, it's just absolutely crazy. Like, Bristol's a small track as it is with that many cars, and this is twice as short as.
But Bristol's got progressive banking, so you've got places to go.
Right.
True.
Yeah, but this is, as Matt said, it's half the size of Bristol. So, and we think Asphalt Bristol is half the size. It's tiny. If Martinsville is a paperclip, this is like I don't even know.
It's like a tack.
Matt's asshole.
It's a staple.
Staple.
Matt's ass. You would know that.
I've heard rumblings. Speaking of Matt's ass.
At least we don't know what Tegan's is. Tegan's is probably like the shape of Sonoma or something at this point.
Sorry, that's my fault.
I'm popular. I can't help it. When you win, everybody wants a piece. They're trying to find out horseshoes. What they're trying to do.
It's shoved up pretty far. Trust me, I've been looking.
I've got it hit. At this point, it's up in my throat.
Speaking of, oh God.
You should probably get that checked out there.
Speaking of Matt's ass, though, I think we know what time it is, right?
Oh no, not the
Here we
obnoxiously
go.
loud music again.
Hold on, it was 4 dudes last week. I got to change it back. So Maddie's gonna awkwardly hang out on the screen for a second. Here we go.
I don't even hear the music yet.
Oh, you will. Jesus Christ.
Go, Matt.
There it goes.
I can't even hear it on my end. That's really weird.
Good.
Oh, there we go. Now it started. All right, there we go.
Matt, go.
2 dudes for this race. We'll start with Truex. I think it's more rare in NASCAR than you would think it would be, where the best driver from like practice and even in clash races in this instance actually win. So I would definitely say Truex because I think personally he had the best car all weekend. And then whenever you make me look smart, you automatically get to be one of my 2 dudes. So thank you, Austin Dillon, for making me do that.
That's it.
Yep, that's all we got.
Okay. There's too many screens to deal with here. Okay. All right. Thanks, Matt. That was fun. Kyle Busch got arrested.
Way to ease into the topic there.
That was a shocking development that came out today.
No, what's shocking is it stayed hidden for as long as it
Yeah,
did.
the Cancun
That's
Sun
true,
reported
yeah.
this morning that on January 29th, Kyle Busch was found with a 38 caliber handgun with hollow tip. What is it? Hollow
Point.
tip.
Hollow point.
Ammunition in the gun. So that's a little sketchy.
Does anybody want to know what a 38 looks like? I have one available right now.
Yes.
No,
Are we
let's
allowed
not do
to
that.
show that on YouTube?
No, let's not do that. We'll get
I
shut
don't
down, I
think
think.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's channels like Demolition Ranch that are allowed to do shit. I think you're fine showing a gun on here.
I can go get it.
Okay.
Are
Are
we
we-
to shoot it?
Are we a gun show now?
Let's go.
Oh my
Gun
god. What is going on?
All right. Who's going to play the Mexican authorities?
Is that what NSP actually stands for? No small pistol.
I think that's an obvious choice, is it not?
All right, Sal.
I gotta find it. Please
Sal,
tell me
you're
it's
the
in
cop,
here.
okay?
Okay, I guess.
There it is.
And Tegan's Kyle Busch. All right, here we go. We have a little bit of role play here. We're a role play and gun pod.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I had it.
¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué tenemos aquí?
Arriba. Pew pew. Yeah, it's not loaded. I don't think it is. Hang on. I'm good. Yeah,
Anyway.
we're going to witness a live fucking shot here.
Yeah, that'd be a moment. But anyway, yeah, Kyle Busch did get arrested. Supposedly he cooperated with the Mexican authorities and was fined 27,000 pesos, which is equivalent to $1,100 and was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. Where that prison sentence is going to be is yet to be determined. Kyle Busch said he believes this matter is over to him and his family. The Mexican government does not seem to agree. What are our thoughts on this? This was a bombshell that dropped today.
They figured out who Kyle Busch was after he left the country because apparently they didn't know who the fuck he was when they arrested his ass, where we would have heard about this in January. So now they're like, send us his ass to prison so they'll pay us off.
Yeah, I think this is a little. I think it's a more serious case than the Brittany Griner situation. But I think like if Mexico knew who Kyle Busch was, like Tegan said, that that something would have happened. I think they'll get a really substantial amount of money, and they'll kind of just be like, "Yeah, we're good."
So did Matt say this was more serious than the Britney thing?
I don't think Kyle
so,
Busch is a
because that
political
was a different-
prisoner there, Matt.
That was also a country that's not with decent relations with the United States. Mexico,
Correct.
it's
Yeah, but I think
it's
I'm
rocky,
just saying
but
it from the
it's good.
point. I'm just saying it from the point of like getting caught with what Brittany got caught with, than like in Kyle Busch getting caught
It's
with
a
a
much
gun.
more serious offense, but Russia.
That's my thing. Like, I'm not
going
saying
Russia
that-
was a
Punisher
political
more.
move.
right.
Yes.
But I mean, I just think it would be like
we're
I was
at,
just
like,
saying it for more like
war
a
in a way
dangerous.
with Russia right now.
Yeah, I was just saying it from more of like a
Not
dangerous
on the ground, but
perspective.
a lot of
It's a
money's
proxy
going
war.
against Russia from the
Yeah.
United States right now. But we're not gonna. This is 2 weeks in a row. We're talking politics. But
Keyword.
yeah, any other thoughts on Kyle Busch getting arrested? Because I saw this and
It's no big deal to me. It's laughable. I don't even think NASCAR's like, what? They're like,
Yeah.
what?
what's NASCAR
I mean-
really gonna do? They're not. They can't.
I don't think you do nothing because look at it. 3 years sentence, but you're only going to fine the dude $1,100 in U.S. money. I mean, come on. That does not equal the same. I mean, the 3-year prison is up here. $1,100 is down here. And they didn't even know who Kyle Busch was before they fined him. So
Mexico's not a very rich country. So
27,000
when you-
pesos.
when
How
you
much
do-
is that worth, Sal?
Huh?
27,000 pesos. How much is that worth? Like, is that like a big
is that
deal
good?
there?
I'd have to double check here because I know like that fluctuates basically every day.
That sounds
but
like
when
a
you
down
compare it to
payment
the
for
US
a
dollar, though,
fucking
it's
house.
not a lot. I
But-
mean,
It's not a lot for Kyle, but it might be a
1100
lot.
doesn't sound right. The amount you give doesn't sound right.
1100.
That's what I read. Maybe I'm wrong.
What's the conversion rate?
I'm not a peso guy.
It's about
have American
$1,400 in US dollars.
okay,
So
so it's
still
close.
not
I mean,
much.
still, that's what I'm saying. The prison sentence does not match. And I know pesos is higher, but you still got to convert it. U.S. dollars is what this country runs. I mean, not this country, this world compares to. It just doesn't equal. It seems like Mexico is doing a bullshit call to me.
Just from personal experience, because we did at some point live down there. The way cops are over there, they are crooked. I mean, it's no,
And probably judges.
They're
that made
all
made
in with the
sentence.
cartel too.
it's no shocker. I agree with Tegan. What happened was they fined him whatever that amount. What I feel happened with the jail sentence is he probably paid them more than the fine. And it was kind of like, okay, but if you step foot in this country again, we will lock you up.
I mean, the dude went back to North Carolina. He didn't stay for his
Yeah.
vacation. So
I think he was leaving though.
yeah. So either I think
okay,
either
who fucked up and let him in there with a gun then?
I
Himself.
doubt he probably had to go through the proper screening because he probably flew himself to Cancun.
Yeah.
Well, he should have flew himself out.
Well, he probably did, but the Mexican authorities aren't going to just let this guy walk out on the runway and fly a plane. It's different because the airport that he probably flies out of knows him. I was like, oh, it's just Kyle. No worries. Or maybe
You
they
still
let him
gotta
bring it with them.
You still got to check your shit when you land. I mean, he had to. The bags had to go through check the first time,
True.
so it still got through somebody.
Maybe
if
he's doing
they
something. Maybe he's up to something down there.
Maybe he's
Cartel
running
Kyle,
guns.
Bush,
Maybe
Bush.
he's been playing
He's
too much
Kyle
GTA.
Busch running weaponry for the cartel.
Push Bush. That's what they're
And
calling
some
him now with
weed.
that new sponsorship. So he's a
Can we
criminal.
please
man.
stop calling fucking 3G weed? It's synthetic. Nobody fucking no.
Kush Bush, come on.
No.
It sounds good.
Shit's weak.
You're weak. Here's his statement. In late January, Samantha and I enjoyed a several-day vacation in Mexico. When departing the country, my handgun was flagged during routine screening at the airport. I have a valid concealed carry permit from my local authority and adhere to all handgun laws, but I made a mistake by forgetting it was in my bag. Discovery of the handgun led to my detainment while the situation was resolved. I was not aware of Mexican law and had no intention of bringing a handgun into Mexico. When it was discovered, I fully cooperated with the authorities, accepted the penalties, and returned to North Carolina. I apologize for my mistake and appreciate the respect shown by all parties as we resolve the matter. My family and I consider this issue closed. And
So we
3.5
just-
year prison
so we just
sentence
left
hanging
it-
over the head.
It's just
Sounds like
confusing
the
when
Mexican
someone-
authorities actually left it private till now. Is what it sounds like.
Yes. I think it leaked or something, or they realized they're watching the Clash and we're like, wait a minute,
We know
That's
that
our
dude.
dude. That's our man.
that was the guy with the 38 caliber gun.
And listen, LA is not far from the border. They could have like go get him
No.
and bring him back.
I have an image in my mind of Kyle Busch being chased by Mexican Federale vehicles at the Daytona 500.
Oh, imagine them pulling up on the track.
And,
Oh,
and-
boy.
oh my God, it's the Federales! What are they doing here?
Some fucking like a WWE Royal Rumble entrance. They're fucking rolling
That'd
onto
be
the
awesome.
He's
track.
cashing in. He's cashing
You gotta
in.
be kidding me! It's the Federales at number 30. The Federales are the 43rd open car in the Daytona 500. What the hell are they doing here? That'd be awesome.
What the hell is going on here?
By God! They're coming to get Cush Busch. I don't know why this is in my banners here, but sure. That was a fun one. Any final thoughts on Kyle Busch arrested?
Big deal.
Wild. Kind of a call me
I don't
off
think
guard
it's-
for sure.
He's gonna cut another check, and Mexico's gonna forget all about it.
Somebody is, yes, and maybe NASCAR to be honest. If
I
I'm
don't think
NASCAR, I
gonna do
would.
anything.
I don't think
Yeah.
they'll do anything to Kyle, but I think I'd be working behind the scenes to kind of make it go away quietly.
Any thoughts of a cup race going to Mexico, though, is probably off the board for the next couple of years.
There'll be one Kyle Busch will be missing.
Yeah. Better check his bags before he goes. But let's talk. We're keeping this in this West Coast state of California vibe today. Auto Club, of course, going under reconfiguration after the race this year. It was announced that we all don't like it, I think. It'll be going under a reconfiguration and will not be available to be raced at in 2024. So I'm going to pull up what they're planning on doing here. Let's get it. Present. Share screen. Okay. So we got this. This is what they're planning to do.
Yeah.
That's the
what I was
track.
talking about. Yeah.
They could have just kept this whole big track.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I've been saying.
But I think they're doing something with turn one. Like this whole side, the right side of the track is going to be is being bulldozed after this
Okay.
race. So
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're just going to sell off the remaining land.
yeah, they're just digging. I think it's stupid. I'm like why couldn't they have put that in the fucking backstretch back there, that big fucking open space, nothing but white.
Yeah.
I think
I mean-
I think it would be difficult though because they're wanting to do the high banking in the turns, and I think that'd be cool to see. But you can't really have like a. You can't really. I don't know. I don't really know if that'd be like doable to have
I
that
think
out
it's
in the
doable.
open like that.
I think
I'll
it's
give it a
doable.
chance because it could be a good race. It could be good. I wish they would keep it, and I wish there was a way they could do both.
I want to see a 3D version of what this is going to look like,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking it's something that we've already seen. This last
There's
night.
been renders and like mods
guess
and
this
shit
is-
made.
That's
Yeah,
I'm
that's
telling you,
kind of-
that's like the Coliseum with just banking in it to me.
I think they'd put more banking in it though.
Oh, it's not
It's-
banking because
It's going to be
Coliseum
banked
is
about
flat.
like Bristol.
Yeah, it's not really anything good here. Is this any better?
I just don't think this is a good move on
I
NASCAR's part.
really don't think the
No.
best render is going to come in until like Auto
Because
Club
they said it's
themselves.
not finalized yet.
Yeah.
They said they'll figure.
Oh, I guess they're just going to wing it, huh? Like they do
Yeah, that's a
everything
good
else.
idea.
We'll wing it.
Yeah. So since there's no race there next year, there's some possible solutions for filling that spot. Rumor is the LA Coliseum could be it.
Mhm.
Boo.
No, I am not with that. I don't think anybody here is. My solution is, so we're not adding another road course to the schedule by number. You move the Indianapolis road course back to the Oval, and you take
Which I think
that
is going to
West
happen
Coast slot.
regardless.
Yes, and you take that West Coast slot and do a race at Portland. I think that would be a good solution. It's a track that NASCAR is at currently for the Xfinity Series. It's a market that they really haven't actually explored yet. It was successful in the Xfinity race. It's had popular IndyCar races there. They really have not gone for the Pacific Northwest yet, and that could be another market that they might be interested in. So I look that my solution would be go back to the Indy Oval and have Portland be on the schedule in place of California. Does anybody else have any ideas? What do you guys think?
I think that's a good idea.
I agree.
I mean, I hadn't thought of Portland until you mentioned it, but I mean, the only other options is to
Irwindale.
Unless the Chicago street course does not fucking work out and it's a shit show, maybe they try something in Los Angeles or somewhere in California or in that market to do another street course. But
well, there's that Long Beach course that IndyCar runs, but that track I feel like would be way too narrow for Cup cars.
Yeah.
In a way, though, I feel like
Portland almost is.
Too.
That one turn is, and they need to look at that turn before they put Cup cars on it. Because
where like a Woogie killed Ty under caution.
Yes, under caution. Yes, that one.
That's just Jesse Owuji, though.
And it was still hairy under green.
What's wrong with Jesse Owuji? He missed all of his practice and testing because he was
serving our country.
Yeah. He's Bradley's friend.
We need to go right.
I forgot I forgot he used to like and comment on all of Bradley's Instagram.
Yeah, there was one post that Bradley made, and Owuji went great post as usual. Bradley on it. It was awesome. That's our president.
Probably only seen one.
Yeah, Bradley doesn't post ever. But great post as usual on his one post, so that was fun. Thank you. Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, Bradley.
Love you, Mr. Luigi. Hey, that somebody else ran that. I think it was maybe it was Weatherman that ran that car in one other race and ran top 10 the entire time.
I think they took him out and put Weatherman in for the rest of the season.
That could be a good car then this year. That could be a good car then this year.
We haven't really. Kyle Weatherman is a wheelman, though.
Kyle Weatherman is a scumbag.
Whoa.
Do you even know who the fuck he looks like? Because I don't.
I do, because that motherfucker followed me on Instagram a couple years ago and then unfollowed me after I followed him back because he's looking for clout.
I forgot about this beef.
Maybe he just thought you were good looking at first, and he thought, "Oh, wait a minute, no, that changed my mind."
So, is he your least favorite driver in NASCAR?
No,
surely not.
No,
Alex,
who is? I don't think
Bowman.
It's not Bowman. It's not. I don't hate Bowman. I just don't think he's that good.
Probably just fired him.
I don't know.
More pissed off when we talk about it.
Chastain's pretty high up there. I think Chastain's pretty high up there, but I don't know.
Speaking of Chastain, did anybody see that goofy WWE NASCAR segment on SmackDown last week where they labeled Clint Boyer as NASCAR great? His thing said Clint Boyer, NASCAR on Fox analyst, NASCAR great.
Clint,
you know how they like exaggerating things in the WWE, so they exaggerate everything else.
You got a point. We're not a WWE pod though either. We could talk about it, but we're not going to.
Don't know enough.
We don't. Portland made me think. We don't talk about the Xfinity Series at all.
Do we
There's
really
a
care? We touched on it last year a few times.
We did
because of Ty Gibbs.
We haven't.
And
we didn't have it on the docket for this episode. I'm gonna add a little bit in. With the void being left by Ty Gibbs, AJ Allmendinger, and Noah Gragson, who do we look for to step up and be the top guy in the Xfinity Series this year?
I think we have another top three. I think we have a top three this year.
Who do we got? Who?
Josh Berry.
Justin Allgaier, Josh Berry, and probably Cole Custer.
Okay.
Cole Custer is definitely one.
Yeah, I agree.
I say Custer definitely. I don't know. Brandon Jones might do something with that night.
My hot take is Brandon Jones is better than Allgaier.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Justin Allgaier is painfully mid.
You guys just
He might be mid, but he does show up when it
don't
counts.
you?
He
Yeah.
just is there. He's had so many opportunities. He
Justin
should have a
Allgaier
championship by now.
is a.
I
what
think he
call a
benefits by his.
lifetimer.
I think he benefits by having like tracks that he's like really good at in like
Yes.
rounds of the playoffs.
The end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. I can agree with that.
Who else is a big? Who's on?
I
I think
think a
John Hunter
sleeper-
Nemechek.
I was
I
just
think
going to say
sleeper-
that.
John
Yeah,
Hunter
I mean-
Nemechek.
Yeah. Sleeper's going to be Riley Herbst, I think. I think with Stuart Haas adding a second car and it being Cole Custer, I think Riley is your sleeper pick this year.
He's gonna need to step it up because we know.
Man,
Cole
Riley
Custer's
Hurst is
out there
gonna be
and win.
sleeping in that car. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm telling you. You take out those other three, and I think he's a sleeper pick. I think he gets a couple wins.
Wow. Well, the wins are there to take. You know.
How many wins from the Xfinity Series is in the Cup Series now from last year
I'll look.
between AJ, Ty, and Noah?
Oh, that's a lot.
Because it's a
It
lot.
is a lot because Noah
I
and
think I had
both
seen
had
somewhere
like
it was
9.
It was
Double digits.
It's double
mid-20s,
digits.
high
It's got to be
20s.
double digits.
Oh, it's definitely double digits because didn't Noah have like 8 or 9 by himself?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
And then
Get this
Ty, I
off my
think, had
screen.
7 or 8.
Ty had 7. Noah had 8. Allmendinger had 5. So
That's almost half the season.
That's 20.
20 races.
20
Yeah,
that's
that's
wins.
over half the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I do think Austin Hill is going to be in the Final Four.
Yeah, Austin Hill, I think, has got a good chance too.
Chandler
Maybe
Smith,
Sheldon
I mean,
Creed.
what do we
I think when them drivers left, the Xfinity field was like, yes. And then they heard Cole Custer was coming back, and they're like, fuck.
Ooh, that's- yeah. I do think Cole Custer wins over 5 races.
Yeah.
I agree. I can agree with that.
I think Cole Custer finally gets a championship.
So what do we think about Kaulig? Because I think they could have a kind of an up year for at least having more than one car be really good. Because that 10 car is now going to be kind of like an all-star part-time car because Landon Castle didn't have sponsorships. That's going to be like Kyle Busch, Austin.
I don't
Dillon,
think it's going to
believe.
help that team.
But I think that Daniel Hemrick, you got to assume he'll have a better year than he did last year because that was a really disappointing outing from him. Chandler Smith, I think, is really,
still
really
think he's
good. I think
overrated.
he can get 2 or 3 wins. What are our expectations for Kaulig? Sal, you're a Kaulig guy.
I'm a
So
big collie guy.
What do you think?
Yeah. I think one of them makes the Final Four.
okay.
Barely, but I think one of them make it.
So what's your Final Four then? There's a lot of
Josh
names
Berry.
we've thrown out. Okay.
Josh Berry, John Hunter, Cole Custer, and I'm going to say Chandler Smith makes it in his rookie year.
I'd go Barry, Nemechek, Custer, Austin Hill.
I got the same 4. That would be my Final 4 as well.
Got a lot of nods for that one. Mikey is coming up
Yeah.
big today with his
John Hunter Nemechek.
Thank you, Vince Welch, by the way. We didn't get to talk about it. Vince Welch is done commentating the Truck Series. His last call was, Zane Smith is winning it, and he has done it.
He's wrecking and spinning.
Coming to the line. What a legend, Vince Welch. Maybe we'll get him on the
Get him
pod
off the
one day.
TV.
Get him on the
Get him on
pod.
the pod. Get him on the pod.
No. Let's get him to. You said we need commentary for our races. Anything's better than nothing, right?
Maybe.
Imagine going from Truck Series play-by-play to
CFRL.
CFRL. What
What
an
are you
upgrade
saying,
in his
Sal?
career right here.
On racing quality, it might be an upgrade.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen the
Trucks are
last
just a wreck fest.
couple dumb
anymore.
cautions we've had these last few weeks?
There's been some interesting things.
Well, that was
happening.
Indy Roval and the Indy Oval, so.
Truck Series. Any predictions? Zane
I don't even
Smith
know who's
wins.
in there
LOL.
anymore.
Who the fuck
don't either.
cares? Does anybody watch the Truck Series?
It's turning. It used to be the best racing, but now it's just
It's the
a
worst.
dump show.
It's because look, we had all those problems with ARCA. ARCA went to shit because people were driving like shit, and they
And
just
all the
sucked.
ARCA drivers. went
And
to the
now they're
Truck
all in the Truck
Series.
Series. Yeah, so they've all graduated the Truck Series. Now the Truck Series stinks. So we'll be in the same thing, saying the same thing about the Xfinity Series in a couple of years.
Does Zane Smith win 20 races?
Maybe.
No. I don't
Because Chandler
think so.
Smith and John Hunter Nemechek are gone.
I think Ty Majeski wins the championship.
Okay.
yeah.
I like that. That's fun. Maddie, you look like a Stuart Friesen guy.
He kind
I
of
don't
almost
mind
looks
Stuart.
like Stuart Friesen, just less hair.
JB
Yeah.
looks like he pulls on Haley Deegan just because of her looks. That is definitely getting fucking screen recorded later, you bitch. You just became a fucking CFRL meme. Congratulations.
Damn.
We got
Thanks for
we got
playing.
another one in the works, don't we, Tegan?
Yes, we do.
One of the more electric things I've ever heard will be a meme.
Maybe you need to play it. And maybe he's watching, but yeah, well, maybe not.
We'll see.
He might get mad. Yeah.
Wessel, your guy's in the truck series still. Matty D, is he ever gonna like climb out of the grave that he dug for himself with that "Let's Go Brandon" goofy moment?
The guy's a doof. I don't give a fuck.
I think you meant to say douche.
No, doof.
That
He's a
too.
fucking doof.
He's all of the above, man. He'll probably do well though. I mean, I feel like he was coming on later in the season.
Well,
And
I
I'll
mean,
be
now
honest,
all the competition's gone. I guess he ain't got nobody to fucking worry about finishing second to.
I don't even think he did that bad in the 21
I mean,
in
he
the Cup
didn't make
Series.
the playoffs.
I'm talking about when he was in the Cup Series. I don't even think he did that
Oh.
bad.
Nah.
Look
He
at the
was-
comparison between him and
It was his
Harrison.
attitude that got him.
Yes. It's like he was told he's not going to be in the car, and then got mad
And
when
then
they told him
got
again he was
mad.
not going to be in the car.
Yeah.
And then he thought he was going to have a chance to stay in the car because of Brad leaving, and then they said, "Nope, you still out, bitch."
I mean, it's fair. It's what happens. We talked about the clash. We didn't talk about the winner. Truex Jr. wins after a winless season last year. Is Truex on for a rebound season? Because
Think so.
He looked
No distractions
clearly
this
the
year.
I think him
fastest.
and Blaney both are on for a rebound season.
Well, Truex has
Is
no
it really
distractions this year, so
This was the breakup season for Truex.
yes, that was a distraction and has been, I think, for the last couple of years. To be honest, that may be, I'm not to sound like a douchebag, but I think that's maybe the reason why that it was caught off, and it may not have been from him. It may have been from her. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Well, Tom Brady got rid of his chick and got marginally worse on the field. So hopefully Truex doesn't go down that same path. But I think he's in for a rebound season. He looked so fast this year, or excuse me, at the Clash. And even last year, I thought he ran really well.
He ran
in
well.
some races.
He just got shit by the playoff format of not winning a race.
I had boots on the ground at New Hampshire last year when Martin Truex Jr. had a very much faster car than everybody else out there and got absolutely screwed by his team's strategy. They put him in the lost in track position and he couldn't make it up.
And then there's also
Bradley's
Darlington.
Hot take from Bradley. Blaney for the championship.
There's Darlington where he was pretty much the fastest car and then blew the motor.
Yeah. So I think he'll rebound. I think he wins multiple races. Is he the best JGR driver this year? No.
I'll still
I think
give that to Denny.
I would still wait on that.
Yeah, I think they all three contribute almost equally. When I mean three, I mean Bell, Hamlin, and Truex. I don't think Ty Gibbs makes the playoffs. I think Ty has a rough year because
learning the car.
He's going to have trouble because he hurt his reputation so badly with how he drove in the Xfinity Series last year. I think that he's going to really try to tiptoe around
Conservative
this year.
But I will give him props. I think he raced Chase Elliott pretty good.
He did. That was a great
didn't
battle.
touch him,
Chase even said over the radio, like, that was a really fun
I
battle.
think anybody else would have been under him. A veteran driver would have roughed him up a little bit to get the win.
Or Ty Gibbs?
Yeah, Ty Gibbs. If anybody else had been in Ty Gibbs' shoes, I think Chase Elliott would have been sent up the track a little bit coming to the finish.
But Ty doesn't want that to be his first.
You can't rough up the most popular driver in NASCAR because there's no coming back from that.
No.
I mean, there is, but it takes a while.
I think Kyle Busch is making a babyface turn. I mean, he has.
I think he is too.
Agreed.
Ever since
I think he is. Agreed.
I think he has. Ever since he left JGR.
Well, he did
I've
just get
seen
arrested
less-
in Mexico.
Hold on.
And
there.
that makes it even better. That makes it even better.
Ever since he has left JGR, I have noticeably seen less derogatory comments towards him on
Less Kyle
Facebook.
Busch hate. Yeah.
I just think everyone hates Joe Gibbs for the most part. Or
I
I'd
think
say
that's it. It's just the
large people.
Toyotas. That's it. It's
Yeah,
Toyota.
no-
It's not even Joe Gibbs. It's Toyota.
Yeah.
It's not the American car.
Hey, and it's made in America.
Yeah.
Guys, there's more Toyotas made in America than there are fucking probably Chevys and Fords. Face it.
That's probably accurate. Kyle Busch and Austin Dillon are like connected at the hip. Those two are like conjoined twins. When I saw them doing like a little double interview after the race, I was like, "Oh my god, are they gonna kiss? Like, what is going on here?"
I'll go out on a limb. Austin Dillon has the best mustache in NASCAR.
No.
It makes him look stupid.
No.
I'll be back.
I thought it was a pretty.
No.
He looks like a little boy who's trying too hard in middle school.
Or is that?
He looks like this guy right here.
He does.
I don't think it's bad. What do we think about the mustache, folks?
I'm waiting for you to.
My
Start
grandfather's
wrapping
got
your
one
like
of those.
finger around.
My grandfather has one of those
Yeah.
mustaches. Seriously, ask Matt. My grandfather has one of the sweetest mustaches ever.
It is pretty gnarly.
Yeah, look at
I
Bradley's
did
comment real
forgot to
quick.
mention this. Kyle Busch grabbed Martin
thought
Truex
of it.
Jr.'s nuts at the end and the podium.
And that
last
dude's
night.
leg went up in the air, so he got a hold
Yeah.
of it pretty good.
Yeah, that was
He
a
didn't
big
just
grab
grab
from
them.
Kyle.
He like grabbed, squeezed.
He grabbed the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "Cough, motherfucker, cough."
He went bop it, twist it, and pull it. I mean, he went all the way with that. That dude, Kyle Busch, literally stood on a podium yesterday with a Mexican arrest warrant on his head. I mean, respect. Good for Kyle, man.
That is
But
a true American right there.
This is I'm with you guys. True baby face turn from Kyle Busch.
Coming from the league's president. Can I say Mexican?
Yeah, of
Or
course.
Hispanic.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. See, that's what most people get offended by that. But I'm like, you call us American, we're not offended by that. Sometimes we should be, but yeah, I'm gonna start calling you my little. I want to call you something else, but I better not.
Whoa.
I'll be nice.
Hey, let's move on.
I'll save that for the pillow talk, Sal.
Let's see. Let's talk about the CFRL race at Pocono. I'm shocked on who won.
Let's
Tegan,
not.
give me your recap on the race.
Whooped your ass again,
I finished third.
Michael. Yeah, you didn't finish second. What's wrong with you? You let Kamal get you.
I had some other
I'm
things
proud of him.
happening.
I'm proud of my boy.
I,
Yeah, sure. Blame other people, you little bitch.
I'm not. I'm just saying I had excursions. I got distracted.
I mean, it was a good race. I mean, I think my car was better than it was last time we raced there. So
No, I can attest to it. I felt I was actually as good.
the same.
I was worse on a short run this year, better on a long run, but I still was not. It was just you got so much better across the board.
I didn't watch the Clash halftime show. Did Wiz Khalifa perform Black and Yellow?
Yeah.
He did.
I fast forwarded through it a while ago, so I didn't watch it either.
What the hell is this? What's your problem?
What?
What was that for?
I don't know.
Okay,
What was that for?
you tell me. All right.
JB,
Anyway,
how'd your race
JB,
go?
how was your race?
It went really shitty.
Okay.
I was doing great, and then I got pinballed on the restart after the stage. And then trying to get back up there, I tried to not wreck Kamal and spun myself off one. And after that, I just pretty much gave up hope because besides the two Indy races, we hadn't had any late cautions in the past couple races. So I just tried to get my best finish I could. But yeah, you praise up there, Tegan. Yeah, praise.
Yeah,
up.
I know. I figured out if we got a caution, I was going to have to deal with you in the fucking 10 car. So,
Well, I was.
I mean,
just,
I'm all for teammates winning, but y'all fucked yourselves. So it's mine.
I couldn't get back up there. I mean, after I wrecked, I was, I think, 18 plus seconds behind. It was just, there was no hope. And I had too much damage. I had to just fix it all, and it was just bad. Very bad. I mean, I'll still take 7th, but.
Well, at least you didn't putt around the track.
Huh?
At least you didn't putt around the track.
Well,
You kept digging.
true. I feel like that's a dig.
Did I do it?
Dig at Wessel.
No, I definitely did.
JB, did I do it to you? I'm sorry. I just wanted
No.
to make sure.
No, it wasn't
I just
you.
wanted to make sure. Okay.
No,
Anyway.
it was. Yeah, it was just.
I wasn't even.
I wasn't near you, so I just wanted to make sure that I didn't do it.
I mean, me and
No,
Wessel
it
had
was
a run in,
like-
but he got over it pretty quick after my
I have
teammates tag teamed his
I have
ass.
voodoo magic power. So
No, just I did it myself, so there's no one to blame but me. Just try not to wreck a teammate was all.
that's refreshing to hear.
Thanks for taking one for the team.
Yeah,
You'll be
you're
rewarded
welcome.
in the
Yep.
afterlife.
Let you
Yeah,
three,
bye.
you three get top fives. I'll just stay in the back here. It's fine.
Hey, you're still third in points, though. You're still doing well in points.
Oh, that's because of stage.
Because of
Otherwise,
stage
yeah.
points, yeah. He's number
Just
one in
stage
stage
points.
points
this year. You're the most stage points, JB.
by 2 points over Bradley.
Yeah, I
over
know.
me.
Busting my ass. Well,
I was
actually,
over you.
Yeah.
I think it's because I have had better starting positions this year, just qualifying a little bit better. Just not quite mid pack, not starting 7th every week like Mike does, but
Yeah.
He's not starting 15th every week. That's about where I'm at.
Well, I don't think you can complain about the way you started the race because you worked your way up there and just absolutely boned yourself.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Tell us what you're trying to do.
I don't really know what I was trying to do.
He was trying to pull a fox. He thought he could save a whole fucking run of gas.
I tried to save 20 laps of fuel, damn near. I almost did it. I almost did it.
When you say almost, you saved about 8.
You went halfway. You still
I
could have with 9
saved
to
10
go.
laps, about almost 10 laps.
I mean, that's kind of impressive.
Yeah. I was, still about 10 laps short, but
And a lap down.
yeah, well, 2 laps down at that point.
Yeah. So that was fun. Let's talk a little
Matt,
about
how'd
the
your race
broadcast.
go?
Oh yeah,
Race
Matt. How'd your
Went good.
when are you coming
did.
back?
Austin Dillon came in second. It was a good race.
When are you coming back, Matt?
I'll come back after the Super Bowl.
Okay.
You
I'm
said
good.
that
Straight
2
into
weeks
it.
ago.
Straight into a road course.
Yeah, Mid Ohio. I'll figure something out, and then we got Kansas after that. Kansas I did decent at last year, so
That's where you dive bombed Mike when you were a lap down,
Right.
wasn't you?
right, yeah.
I just
And then
let
I thought I beat him at the line, but we still had one more lap to go.
one of the more electric clips in league history. What else we got? Yeah, let's talk about the broadcast. Fox needs to do something else because they are a little bit too goofy for me.
I'm not saying it. Now, last year it was stupid with the camera work and shit, but I don't have a problem with the on-air talent.
I turn on the pre-race show before the heats, and
Well,
I
see,
watch
that's your problem. You watched the pre-race show.
I watched
quit doing
Chris Myers hosting a newlywed style game show with all the new teammates and seeing how well
That's
they
still
know
not-
each other.
That's still not the most awkward thing Chris Myers has ever done, though. Let's face it.
What do you do?
Do you not remember a couple years ago when he sat down with like Brexton, Cash,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
oh my god, it was I think Kyle's
Owen?
kid. That was weird.
Owen.
It was just yeah, Owen. That was
Yeah,
weird.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable. And then Josh Sims and William Byron raced RC cars in a parking lot. It was just like, who's going to find any value from watching this?
I mean, it's entertainment. Are you gonna watch it for any other reason? They're not racing. What else are you gonna watch it
I'm
for?
not entertained by that.
I still don't like how they spend so much time on the pre-race, but hardly any on post-race. That's always been my
They
big
really
problem
can't
with
control
NASCAR.
that, though.
Because they're getting off at the news time if they're on
Yeah.
local channels.
They really can't. It's not really up to them. They have the time slot because they're not really like a 1 o'clock news on Fox, but there is an 8 o'clock news or it's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever. So
6.
that's where it gets tough. With
And when
that,
it went off
really.
last night, they were already over into Fox
Mhm.
10 o'clock news. Because Fox
I'll
don't
be
do
honest-
11; they do 10.
They got a decent post race there. They had a couple of interviews. I thought it was a little short. But
And that's where streaming is going to come into play. I think when they do start doing streaming, that's going to be unlimited, especially
Yeah.
post race. And that's what's going to, I
NBC
think,
started to
help
do
the
that at
sport.
the end of last year. Like they'd say,
Yeah.
"Oh, post race on
NBC
Peacock.
does it for playoffs. I think for the last 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah.
They extend it into the Peacock app or whatever they had, but that's where it's going to be here in a couple of years. It's going to be streaming.
They need to bring more pit reporters to the track.
I think that's cost cutting.
Yeah, but like you got.
And you know who they've got now? They got rid of what's his face because he's more experienced and probably gets paid more.
Vince Welch, yeah. So that
Not Ben.
Was
it Snyder? No, he's been gone. Or Yoakum.
They got rid of Yoakum like 2 or 3 years ago.
But I thought they just got rid of one for this season too.
Vince Welch.
That's
Vince Welch is the only person Fox has cut this year.
Well, I mean, see, and look who they got. They got Jamie Little, who probably gets paid good, and she should. She's a good reporter. Yeah. Then they got Reagan Smith, who is probably just happy to get a paycheck. So
Josh Sims will be with the Cup Series too.
He's getting paid bottom of the barrel. He's probably got a side job at McDonald's or something. That's how much they're paying him. That's just my opinion.
They had some new people. Heather DeBow, I think, will be doing ARCA, and another girl, I forget her name, will be also doing truck races. So that's some changes for that. And then Adam Alexander and Jamie Little are going to alternate
the truck
race, which I like Jamie Little as a pit reporter. She's not a good commentator. No offense, but
I don't think she is either.
I assume they'll probably put her for the races that are off
schedule.
Like, yeah. So they can keep Alexander there.
Send her to Mid-Ohio.
Yeah. Do the trucks race in Mid-Ohio?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do?
They just added it last year, I think.
Oh, that's fun.
That's where Parker won.
Right. I actually remember that now. Parker.
Canadian Tire. Send her off to those.
Is that back?
Is it?
No.
No. Oh.
Sal's our truck guy. Any truck news that is important, Sal?
Not really.
I don't know what tracks they run.
I know
honestly.
IRP Milwaukee Mile. They're there.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
I know they did say, oh my God, who was going to run?
He's not going to kill my boy.
Smith was running one of the Tricon trucks because one of the guys isn't 18, can't run the super speedway, something like that. Huh?
Chase Elliott's running Daytona.
Yeah, Chase Elliott's running it for the same reason for the 30, I think.
35?
35,
yeah. So now let's get into the nitty-gritty Daytona talk. So you guys got that entry list on JC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pull it up, and we're going to decide which open cars we think are going to make the field. There we go, and bang. Okay. So let's see the open cars here. I believe they are starred, I assume. Yeah. 13, Chandler Smith. 35, Zane Smith. I don't think he'll be the 35. I think he'll be the 36. The 50 is a potential. I believe they said they're entering, but they haven't announced the driver yet. You got the 62.
I'm imagining it'll be Kaz Gralla because he's the one who did it mostly last year.
You got the 62 of Austin Hill. You got the 67 of Travis Pastrana and the 84 of Jimmy Johnson.
Just real quick, I don't think Kaz Gralla is going to be in the 50.
Okay, Sal doesn't think Kaz Gralla is going to be in the 50. Why is that, Sal?
Because he's full-time with Sam Hunt, their Toyota team.
Good call, Sal.
How many of these open cars get in?
4 out of the 6.
4 out of 6.
4 out of 6. So I think the 2.
So who we think? Who are we going to make a call? Who gets on speed first? Because 2's going to get on speed.
Jimmy,
correct?
He's going to be on the pole because it's rigged.
Yeah, Jimmy's going to get in.
Jimmy's going to be on the pole.
Jimmy saw
right, I think we all agree that Jimmy's going to get on speed. Okay, so who's the last one that gets in on speed?
Well, I don't think it'll be Hill because the 62. I think the 62 is good enough to stay within the draft.
Not
it
by
races good,
itself, though.
But not on its own.
Its race is good. I think Travis Pastrana maybe just because it's a Toyota motor, and they're going to make sure he has a motor.
I think Smith gets in on speed.
Maybe.
Not. Well, I can't say Smith because there's 2 of them. Yeah, I say Smith. Smith will make it.
Zane.
Smith. I'll take Smith. So what two do we think miss it? Because I'm gonna say Chandler Smith and
Do we know
is the
who's- Yeah,
the
that's
50 is if
thing.
it. So
It depends on who's in the 50 for me.
Right.
I
If
think
it's
the
Kaz
50
Grawler, I
misses.
think he can make it. But if it's not,
I think
no.
the 50. So there are two missing it if the 50 races, right? That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. I'm
As
gonna
of
say
right
the
now,
50,
I'd
the
say-
13 and the 50.
Yeah, that's what I would say as of right now until they name who the 50 is.
I'm gonna be
Anybody
honest.
else? I would be worried
I'm
about
gonna say
Pastrana.
I'm worried about Pastrana because I just don't think he's gonna be able to get
Whoa,
a hold
whoa!
of
Did
the
we see
car
that
quick enough.
typo? Come on, J-Ski.
Yeah, yeah.
Toyota.
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 Yeah.
Toyota. Come on, J-Ski. Fuck.
Riley Herbst will be in the 500.
Yeah,
for
he's
Rick
guaranteed.
Ware. Yeah, he's a charter car. BJ will be there, and I don't believe these two will be there.
13 and who?
I said 13 to
50?
the 50.
I'm gonna say the 50 and 67.
Okay,
I don't know who's in the 50, but
we don't know. We'll find out.
I wonder who they get.
now.
Where they get their motors? Is it Hendrick or RCR?
I think
Well,
RCR.
Hendrick and RCR share motors, though, don't they? So
True,
whole
They have
yeah.
an alliance.
They have an alliance, but they share information. That's about it.
Well, it really depends because because there are still a limited amount of Toyotas in the field. If Pastrana has a bad draw in the where he qualifies, he
clash.
could really have trouble. Because he might not have.
If he
a lot
can
of help.
get in a clash with like
3 other Toyotas
with like
then
That's
Bubba
huge.
or
okay.
Denny or something like that, I think it would work out pretty well for him.
But he's gonna need.
And
that
what are
because
the
there's
chances?
one
He either
people
gets in
he
with
gets singled
Denny,
out.
Bubba, or Reddick.
Yeah.
I think if he gets in with any of those three, I
one
think
and
he'll
they
be
don't,
fine.
I still don't think he's. I don't know.
I think the 50 and Zane Smith don't make it.
Okay, you're a caller, guy, so you got to say Chandler Smith makes it.
I'm gonna say the 50 and 67.
Yeah,
I think
I'm on
Collie
13
uses
and
their
50.
restrictor plate Salvi to get the 13 in.
Okay,
I can agree with that.
so you're on 50 and 67 also.
Yeah.
JB
Yeah.
Wessel.
I think I'm on the 50 and 13.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the 50
All right.
and 13 as well.
all right. Wayo.
Well,
Whoa.
So let's do some cool things here.
What you got going on here?
How do we want to denote the winner? Like that.
Sure.
So Matt, I put a point under Teague, and I don't know why. Got to take that away.
I would like to do the Donald Trump thing. I've won. It's over. I'm in the lead.
So JB, you
Stop
want to
the
join
count.
us?
the votes.
Sure.
JB, do you want to join us for the season? So do you know the rules?
Nope.
Okay.
Why are we?
You-
Why did you capitalize this on the top? And
I don't know.
not
It's
on
fun.
the bottom?
So you get to pick one driver for each time. You only get one pick for each driver. It'll reset when the playoffs start, so you get to pick drivers that you've already picked again.
Oh.
So you can only pick them once.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, since you didn't get to pick last week, we will let you pick first, JB,
First.
for the Daytona 500.
Who was the worst finisher? So that who would be picking next?
Well, Tegan would be second because Ty Dillon did not make the.
Oh
main.
yeah, he didn't make the main.
Okay.
All part of the plan,
Shocker.
boys. All part of the plan.
I'll say I don't think we did too bad with our throwaway picks. Honestly,
I don't think we did either.
Ryan
Priest
Preece
and
had
Austin
a
Dillon
very
were,
good chance
were
to
running
win.
up front. the
Matt,
entire
though,
race.
getting rid of Austin Dillon that
I had
early, though.
Justin Haley, who was running around 7th, 8th, pretty much most of the race.
But I don't know another racetrack that I'd use Austin Dillon on that I wouldn't use
Yeah,
one of the
it's
top.
Top
picks.
plate race.
Somewhere he could be a contender, like at least
Top
top
plate
5,
race.
top 10.
It's worth it because he won though. Like that's.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lose sleep over picking Austin Dillon and winning
And
the
winning,
week.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I think I can think of some like other dudes for these plate tracks who
other
I wouldn't
dudes,
use
there he
other,
goes.
well, I wouldn't use them for any point in the season.
Okay, JB, who do you got?
You know what? I think I'm actually going to go with Justin Haley on this one.
Okay.
I have confidence in that colleague.
Okay.
and actually produce a good.
Next, yeah, I think they could too. That's a good pick. I like that a lot. Next up will be Sal.
Isn't it
No,
Tegan?
me.
Tegan, yes. Sorry.
I'm going to do another throwaway just because it's Daytona. I'm going to take Riley Herbst.
Okay.
Maybe he'll ride in the back and get me something to do. If not, it's no biggie.
Sal.
I've believed in this hype since last year. I think Daniel Suarez is going to win the 500.
Okay. That could be fun. Wessel.
Trying to pull up the entry list again.
We spent about 5 minutes
He's
looking at it.
going to take an off driver.
Right.
was.
If he has to pull up the entry list, he's not taking one of the
A good one.
One of the normals. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Cody Ware.
Give me Wreck House.
Okay, I love it.
So I think we all agree. We know Wessel's picking first the following week.
I can't have those mashed. I'm just gonna put Stenhouse.
Wreck House.
Stenhouse Jr.
Wreck House.
Fucking spin.
I pick Eric Jones.
Oh, okay.
I think I have money on him to win the race. Maddie,
Bad.
what do you got?
I'm gonna pick
One of his two dudes.
I'm gonna go between three people.
3 dudes. Who we got?
I'm gonna go with Austin Cindric.
Okay, the defending.
Who was the other
champ,
two?
Maddie's go-
The other two were McDowell because he normally runs well, and my other one was Brad Keselowski.
Okay.
You know,
That's
I got a feeling this
respectable.
is going to be Truex's last year. Does he finally get one before he
No.
goes out the door?
No.
No.
No, I think there's a decent possibility of that. I don't think he wins.
Man can never finish speedway races.
No, I actually think Truex maybe stays another year.
I'd be interested to see how well Bowman does because he normally starts up towards the front of the. He always starts in the front of these.
He's always started on the front row, hasn't he?
Yeah.
The
So
last 5 years since he joined Hendrick, he's
Right.
starting on the front row. I was highly optimistic. I'm like, okay, Blake Harris, qualify him bad, run good in the race because every single 500 that he has qualified on the front row, he has gotten wrecked in. So
Yeah.
So these are our
Hendrick-
picks.
Yeah, Hendrick in general, because Byron normally does pretty well through like the first 2 stages as well. On races like this.
Bradley's pick is McDowell. Not a bad pick.
Why y'all think that some bitch is going to win twice?
I don't know if he's going to win.
I don't know if
he's going to
win.
win twice. Yeah, I don't know if he was going to win twice, but I know for a fact I wouldn't use McDowell on anything else outside of Daytona or Talladega.
I'm
I'd use him at a road course.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
well,
say,
I just
you
gave up
could.
when I'm going to pick.
Sonoma, yes.
Right, but my road courses, I would probably save myself for like a Larson or Elliott, someone of that stature.
I was saving AJ for one of them too.
I think
Definitely.
the road courses this year are going to be more. I think these teams are starting to realize that they're going to have to start getting better again at the road courses. They let them go
Definitely
for a little
Toyotas.
bit because they only done 2 races a year or 3 at the most. But now that there's 7, these teams are getting back into it to running, making sure their program's up to snuff. I think we saw that last year with Chase Elliott not dominating them all again. So
Yeah. He also had some really unfortunate luck at the end of some of those races.
This is
Yeah.
very, very true.
Like, Indy,
Insert Kyle Larson.
The Charlotte Roval,
Watkins Glen.
yeah, Watkins Glen. I mean, he still finished second at Road America, but
Yeah, that wasn't bad luck. That was just Reddick being
yeah,
better.
exactly, yeah.
But like Chase had front row restarts on 3 races and got wrecked in all of them. So, yeah, that was really fun. And especially when the same thing happened to him at Daytona Road Course last year for that ridiculous rain caution.
Yeah.
That was frustrating.
I actually just went back and watched that race yesterday.
I think they should go back there.
Daytona road course, I don't mind it.
Well, it's better than Indy Road Course, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
Oh, Indy would be okay if they would actually put a yellow line on the front stretch and penalize your ass for going under it. Make your ass funnel in and make you actually fucking brake. Fucking put speed bumps on that motherfucker too while you're at it. Make sure they fucking stop.
I actually like the Daytona Road Course. I would not mind if they went back there.
Put a fucking wall on the exit of the oval turn 3 so we don't have Ross Chastain fucking.
Hey, he was innovative last year.
Again.
Put a fucking net up, like you find at the fucking
drag strips. At the end of the drag strips.
Call it the Ross Chastain net.
That move was banned. We didn't talk about that.
Good.
Anybody
Good call.
surprised? I'm not. Kind of had to.
I'm not surprised.
The wall.
Yeah.
I think that was from driver. I think that was from driver input too.
Yeah. Well, it was really fun to watch. Like all it would have taken was one thing to go bad, and you are
really injured.
Seriously.
Well, it's not even that. It's just if you allow it, what's to stop everybody fucking doing it at the same time?
Everybody in the top 5 is going to do that.
Stop wall popping. Then we are a stupid sport again. We are a redneck sport again. We are stupid backcountry, backwoods, no teeth, cousin fucking country hick, NASCAR redneck is what we become
like a
again.
Ric Flair promo.
Go off.
Well, Ric Flair is from Charlotte, so he should fucking know.
I'm not sure how much he knows anymore, but
no shit.
He's off it. He's wild. Any other topics we want to bring up, though? I think we're
Harvick's retiring or going to the booth. That was made official, which
officially.
I kind of had a feeling that he was going to announce it, like during the broadcast or during their.
Can they fire Clint Boyer while they're at it?
I'm telling you, I think Harvick and Clint Boyer are going to be fucking fire next year. Them two together. I think Harvick is going to be the one that's going to be, Clint, shut the fuck up. Calm down, Clint.
Clint should
back off a little bit.
Clint should be put in a Rutledge role.
No,
they put him in the infield and have him swimming in like kiddie pools or whatever.
I don't think. No, that's just stupid. That's because Rutledge Woods has some kind of fucking leverage on somebody in NB Sports and they can't get rid of his ass. No, that's not Clint. Clint's fine where he's at. I love Clint in the booth. It's like you said. It's been off because it's only been 2 people for majority of it, and when you have a rotating characters coming into the booth, which they did last year and they're probably going to do it this year.
They are.
It's hard to get your footing with who you got.
Yeah.
There are some people that I thought worked really well, though. I really enjoyed Matt Kenseth, the race he did last year. I thought Matt Kenseth was actually my favorite of that whole.
Danica?
I think a lot of people enjoy Jamie McMurray, too.
Jamie was really good. I thought Danica and Clint had some awkward.
Well, see, now think about this. So next year, now you got somebody in the booth that's driven the current car again.
Yeah.
Clint hasn't. I don't think NBC has that person either. So
they tested them, but they haven't driven them in an actual race.
Yeah, I mean, let's get real. Oh, did you see the video clip I shared with you on Facebook on Messenger?
When?
You might need to play that in the background. Denny Hamlin, Dale Jr. retweeted it right before we got on. That Denny said that the hits to the bumpers are still bad. He said they're still hurting.
Bubba said it during the race that rear hits still suck to NASCAR. So I really am not excited that that's going to be a concern again. It's something that we're going to have to talk about.
Which is funny because that kind of makes sense now that when Harvick's been spinning people out all weekend because he's fucking tired of getting ran over, he's not hitting them in the bumper. He's hitting them in the quarter panel and getting them that way. So there is some thought process into getting revenge now. You don't want to kill the guy or hurt the guy, but you're going to fucking get your point across.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spin you out this way, you little cunt.
It made me happy to see Chase and Harvick going at it again. It felt like old times.
Pit maneuvers.
I mean, Harvick gave them shots, though, that were square. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean,
yeah.
Then he took advantage.
Pit maneuvers work no matter the body of the vehicle.
True. You got a point.
Speaking of rekindling rivalries, what about Chastain going at Hamlin again?
I'm surprised Hamlin don't get out of the car and just fucking beat his ass by now.
I'm kind of like, do something.
I think.
Who said last week that this was played out? Was it Whitman that said that last week that the Ross Chastain and Denny Hamlin thing was done? You're wrong.
Yeah,
I think
Ross Chastain watched this last week and said, "Hold my beer, hold my watermelon." He said,
"Hold my melon."
I think he's figured out pretty quickly though that Denny's not going to do anything. He didn't do anything last year. I mean, people might consider the
Final
Pocono
Four
thing. But
Well, only because of what he did at Martinsville. Let's be honest. If he didn't do what he did, he wasn't making it. Denny Hamlin was.
Still though, who came out?
But
on
I think
top?
Denny
Damn,
Hamlin's got
you
some
know.
shit. I think there's shit in the bank. I think Denny Hamlin's going to cash out before this year's done. Denny Hamlin's just waiting till where it fucks him good. He's going to make sure it's all in one little tight wad and shove it up his ass.
Kind of like a melon-shaped wad.
Yes, that's what I'd call it. A male wad.
Oh my word.
Yeah, I was wrong. That'll be fun. I hope. I was rooting for it to happen again, and it did. NASCAR wanted to show Bubba Wallace looking angry after the race when his first reaction was smiling after his crew came up to him. So I think he was just bored that he had to sit there and wait for 15 minutes to be able to leave.
No, I think he was sitting in the car to make sure he didn't get interviewed because he knew he wasn't going to say something nice.
Yeah, true. And is he on
And
probation?
that's fine. No, but that's fine. That's his prerogative. A driver can do that. I think that's fine. That's better off than getting your ass in trouble.
Yeah.
Who knows? He might have want to get out of that car and beat fucking Austin Dillon's little midget ass.
No,
Whoa!
Last time he got out of his car, he tried to assault a man.
Another short man about hit the floor.
He shoved that official, guys. God.
Oh my God.
Absolutely killed him. I wonder if he's okay. Did he ever recover from that?
Yeah, no. Bubba murdered him.
I'm sure boomers are tracking him down and asking him to sue Bubba.
Now, how's that official doing?
I heard he broke his leg.
Bubba swatted at him like a fucking gnat, and it's just the worst goddamn thing on earth, apparently.
What did we think of the Clash halftime show? In a way,
I didn't watch it. I fast forwarded through it. It's because it's not my kind of thing.
It's one race out of the year where they're gonna have a rap guy do it, but Facebook and Twitter will be like, "You got."
This is
like
what I gotta say. Would the same people be bitching if it was Eminem? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Not now.
So
what's it come down to? What's it come down to?
Yeah.
That tells you what you need to know.
Yeah.
Without getting political.
Well, we know it. I think we all agree on that.
I think we all like that Jeff Gluck apparently got high, contact high, just sitting in the press box. That motherfucker's probably about to become a weed addict. He's still in California. He's with Wiz Khalifa right now on his little. He's in his group.
LD Organics. So yeah, it was fun. Can't have it as a points race though.
Though to be honest, I wouldn't mind it not being a Clash next year.
They have a deal. It's a 3-year deal. So
it needs to end after next year.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think it runs its course after next year. If it's the same thing that happened this year, no, drivers are going to be like, we ain't coming back. I don't care what you fucking do.
Yeah, I think if you
Sal,
limit
do
the
you just
amount,
swallow the smoke when you vape. I don't see it come back out whenever you vape.
Sal vapes.
It's very light.
I didn't know that one either.
I think.
There it is.
I think if you limit the amount of cars in the Clash, I don't think it would actually be that bad.
I agree. I think it needs to be less cars.
Yeah.
But not gonna happen
that puts out a bunch of big drivers, big names.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll put out.
Look who would have got put out this year if they had lowered it down.
Yeah.
Chase Elliott probably would be been watching, which Chase Elliott probably would have been like, fine with me, by God. He probably wouldn't have stayed. He would have flew back home, to be honest. He'd been watching it on the plane. But
I don't think he would have watched.
I think they need to move it. To be honest, I could care less if they go back to Daytona and run it.
I could care less about it as an event.
Yeah.
No, I still think it needs to be an event. Maybe they just need to move it to Rockingham or something. Go back to a fucking old track. Go to Rockingham when they get it fucking done, and you will sell the fucking seats. And it's in it's in your home turf.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Quit trying to tap into a market that's already tapped into. To be honest,
You were there last year.
I know it's LA, but Auto Club is not that fucking far.
Yeah.
You don't have to be within an hour to be in the market. I would drive 3-4 hours to a race. That's, to me, is in my market.
But you're a hardcore fan, though.
Yeah, but still, you're not going to get fans to the track. You got to get them on the TV.
if you've never watched a NASCAR race before and you hear, oh, there's a NASCAR race. Oh, how far away is it? 3.5 hours. Nope.
No, but if you watch it
not
on
gonna do
TV and get into it, you will. That's how
If
we
you
all
live
got
in-
started. We didn't go
if
to
you
a
live
race
on
first.
Rodeo-
We watched it.
If you live on Rodeo Drive, you're gonna say, oh, in the LA Coliseum, all right, I might head down there. It's just it's a thing to try to attract that market. I think it might be a cool thing if you take it to other places, maybe, and find a way to maybe make it bigger.
I just think you're wasting your time trying to tap into LA market. They're too highfalutin for NASCAR. They're high class. We ain't. We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, all right.
I don't hear nothing. There you go.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Do it, Tegan. Hit it. Let's go. Bang! Yeah, baby! Let's go! That was my best one yet. Let's go.
Come on, Sal, do that.
Yeah!
Go, Sal.
I'm a little turned on right now.
Okay, end the broadcast.